What's up, Soulful Leaders? For those of you who I haven't had the pleasure of meeting yet, my name is Maura Barclay. I'm a neurofacilitation practitioner and a transformational leadership consultant. This is a Q&A. In my newsletters, I offer perspective with different things that are going on. They're usually pertinent to stuff I'm going through, challenges that I've got, either face plants or victories. I share it all. So in this particular newsletter, it was last Sunday, and that would be August 8th, 2021. My newsletter was about giving yourself grace when you make mistakes. And it was so apropos because I was doing a launch that week and my email automation was so jacked. It was just a complete shit show. Just emails getting fired off that were old and completely irrelevant with links that either didn't go anywhere or went to the wrong place. And it was a week-long face palm. So luckily my community is very kind and gracious. So it just so happens, no accident, that I had already set up the theme for my newsletter, which is give yourself grace when you make mistakes. Now, one thing that I offer my community is coaching two different ways. They can email me back a question that I will answer here on YouTube, and when they subscribe, they get a notification that their question's been answered. Or they can meet me on Instagram the first 3 Wednesdays of every month at 12:30 p.m. PST or Pacific. All right? I take the first question that comes in. If it gets answered quickly, then I'll take questions until the half hour is over. So it's an opportunity for live coaching. It's absolutely free of charge, of course, and it's my pleasure to help. So in this week, I had one of my community members ask me, what if, there's my little alert, letting me know it's time to tell you the question. So give yourself grace when you make mistakes. And this community member, and they're going to remain anonymous because they did not offer their name. So there is a name on the email, but let's just say no need to call it out. Their question is, what about when you make a mistake? What about when your mistake is harmful to another, like sharing an event that could be embarrassing or perceived as trust-breaking? Now, let me repeat that. The theme is give yourself grace when you make a mistake. The question is, what about when your mistake is harmful to another, like sharing an event that could be embarrassing or perceived as trust-breaking? There's a million, so this was my answer. Just about every single question I get asked, the first answer, or the answer always starts with the following: it depends. It totally depends. That said, I'm going to make some assumptions and answer the question accordingly. So the assumption is that the person who has been harmed by the behavior is not manipulative. By that I mean they are not going to use the misstep as an opportunity to manipulate via guilt and shame. They are not going to try to leverage emotionally the misstep of the person. Okay? So I'm going to make that presumption when I answer. When your mistake is harmful to another, first of all, we're here to make mistakes. Part of the human experience is learning through mistakes. I had 2 divorces. I don't think either of them were a mistake. I had to go through, they made sense at the time, and then I grew, and they didn't make sense anymore, right? So when we make a choice, when we take an action, and by the way, the ancestor of every action is a thought. So just marinate with that idea, okay? So when somebody asks you, what were you thinking? That's why. Because whatever it was you were thinking contributed to whatever it was you did, however it was you were acting. So when it comes to giving ourselves grace for our missteps, for our trespasses, The first half of this answer is going to be accidental trespasses. Just, we'll call them innocent mistakes, okay? If you share an event and you honestly had no idea that sharing that information would be embarrassing to another or trust breaking, if you honestly, in your heart of hearts, with childlike innocence, were just excited and enthusiastic and sharing information, and that happened, that is a big opportunity to connect with that person and offer them your apologies. And when we have missteps, we are going to make mistakes. We are going to offend people. We are going to hurt people's feelings. Whenever I do it, I'm mortified whenever I find out that something I have done or said with good intention has harmed somebody. P.S. It's very rare, but of course it's the nature of the beast. If you're being authentic and you're expressing yourself, you are bound to make a mistake. That gives you the opportunity to step up in personal accountability and very lovingly offer your apologies to the person who you have harmed or who feels harmed by your actions, okay? So once that happens, then they have the opportunity to forgive you. And I tell you, there is nothing quite as satisfying as being forgiven, like truly forgiven. Like, I understand it was an accident and I'm so sorry it hurt your feelings. It was totally not my intention. I feel sort of blindsided by what happened, and I'm absolutely mortified because it paints me in a light that feels so wrong. I would never do that on purpose, you see. This is the information that they need to hear, and it is also your opportunity to check in with your intentions and recognize, oh, this is not who I am. So you're getting that feedback to show you who you are and who you are not. So this kind of mistake is a fantastic personal growth opportunity to practice compassion for yourself, to practice personal accountability for the other person, and offering a true apology. And then it gives them an opportunity to accept the apology and forgive you. And being forgiven feels so amazing. And to then it deepen the bond between you, okay? It's a great opportunity. Now, that is the first answer. The second answer is there may be an insecurity that got fed by the telling of the event. It might have been unconscious, so therefore you wouldn't necessarily know about it. But if this type of thing is happening, or there's a part of you that kind of wanted to call them out a little bit, maybe you wanted to diminish them just a little bit. Please understand, we are human. We have insecurities. Nobody's perfect. Even Jesus got table flipping mad. Even Mother Teresa admitted she had lost faith in Jesus and felt like a hypocrite. If Mother Teresa feels like a hypocrite, you get to have a moment of insecurity and blab about something that embarrasses someone, okay? Let yourself off the hook immediately, please. But notice, this is you. This is you right now. This is not who you are when you are in the light, because the light doesn't have insecurity. The light is just whole and love, self-appreciation, okay? So that is an opportunity for you to recognize, oh shit, I'm a little insecure about something. There's something about that person that triggers me. What is it? Now, this is your opportunity for inquiry and healing. If you have, against your better judgment or in your heart of hearts, not wanting to but couldn't resist diminishing someone because they make you feel small. They make you feel small, or that's not really accurate. You give them the power to feel small because you have this trigger. So you walk around giving all these different people the power to make you feel diminished. There's something about their bright light that makes you feel like, I'm not a bright enough light. I got to dim their light. So I'm going to blab about this event so that they're embarrassed. And then that's going to cause some drama because deep down, you're a little pissed at them. for shining so bright or being so successful or pretty or handsome or built or has the best partner, or maybe there was a little slight that happened to you that they had no idea. You see? So if there's something, this may not apply at all, but if this applies to any other areas in your life, please hear this. If you are being poked in your insecurity trigger, it is an opportunity, a great gift for self-inquiry, personal growth, and radical personal accountability. Nip this in the bud before it gets bigger and causes bigger problems and bigger apologies, right? These types of things can snowball, and the next thing you know, you're losing a job or losing a relationship. So, the answer to your question is, number one, it depends. Number two, my context is the person who you owe an apology is not manipulative. They're an innocent bystander to your accident. If it was completely, purely unintentional, awesome opportunity to deepen that relationship. Mea culpa. I'm so sorry. I love you. I appreciate you. It was completely unintentional. I feel terrible. And or it wasn't quite so accidental because there's something about them that just gets your goat. And it was a really passive aggressive way for you to create drama with that person because secretly you're a little pissy. Secretly you're a little insecure. And they ping you. Awesome opportunity to dive within yourself and figure out what the hell is going on. I need to resolve this. What is this? And by the way, this is the kind of stuff I love to help people with. So please email me if I can be of service here. And then you apologize again, but the apology is different. It's not mea culpa, I'm so sorry, I'm mortified. I had no idea that this would embarrass you or feel like a trust break. This apology goes the following. I am so sorry. What I did was petty. I didn't realize that your fill in the blank felt very threatening to me. And I didn't do it on purpose, but I recognize I'm jealous or envious or whatever it is. I was. And I'm so sorry. And I hope you will forgive me because you showed me something in myself that I never would have known. And I'm really, really grateful for the opportunity to learn more about myself. And I'm so sorry it came at the cost of your peace of mind. It's not okay. I'm terribly embarrassed. And I'm very grateful to you. And I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me because I have an opportunity to grow and do better next time. Do you hear all of that? Respecting yourself, respecting them, coming clean. It's awesome. So whatever the scenario is, it's just opportunity. It's opportunity all day long. So I hope this has been helpful. Thank you so much for asking such a great question. If you have a question, if there's anybody who's not on my newsletter, I will put a link in the description. Please feel free to join. Actually, I'll put the link to my website. You can come onto mytransformationalcoach.com and you can join my newsletter there. You can also email me. You can just straight email to info@soulfuleader.com. I will also put that in the description and email me your question there. What else? Please like and subscribe. The more people I can reach with these messages of personal accountability and self-love and respect for others, the world would be a better place if we could all be who we're supposed to be. Myself included, every day. I work specifically, ritualistically, on being the lightest, brightest version of myself so that I can lead the way for others. So please, if you have gotten value from this or any one of my videos, please like and subscribe. Pass the good word. I would love to help you either here or on Instagram. I appreciate you so much. A rising tide lifts all ships, so let us rise together. Peace.